It is official. We have now seen all the spoilers as of today. So, welcome to MTG Ownage. We're going to see the last of the spoilers here. Whoa, is this the sets coming up? Oh, juicy. Okay, September 10th, Zendikar Rising. Let's not get distracted. The last 10 cards is what this should be. Allied Assault, an instant. Up to 2 target creatures get +X/+X, where X is the number of creatures in your party. It's a 3 casting cost. A little expensive. I don't know if that's too good, but it could win those battles. Expedition Healer. Vigilance 2/2 core cleric. As long as it has lifelink, as long as you control another cleric. Nothing super special there. Pressure point. Tap a creature, draw a card for 2 mana as an instant. Iffy. Chilling Trap. Target creature gets -4 and -0 until the end of the turn. If you control a wizard, draw a card. Meh. Bunch of these just weird combat cards that are possibly never useful. Blood Prince. Let's see, 4 mana. Oh, that's Blood Price, not Blood Prince. Blood Price. What is this picture? Look at the top 4 cards of your library, put 2 in your hand, the rest on the bottom, you lose 2 life. Not very great for 4 mana as a sorcery. If it was an instant, it might be okay. If it was an instant and costed like 2 less, then it'd be decent. But at that cost, that's just a complete toss that card in the trash. Anyway, Vanquish the Weak. 3 mana instant, destroy target creature with power 3 or less. Pyroclastic Hellion. 5 mana for 4/5 common Hellion. Enters the battlefield, you can bounce a land you control. When you do, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. Well, bouncing the land's nice because as we've seen, some of these lands are really good. So I think this is only the second card we've seen in the set that will bounce a land of yours. But that could be pretty important given what these lands do. Turn Timber Ascetic. 5 mana for a 5/4 common. When it enters the battlefield, gain 3 life. It's a giant cleric. Nothing special there, just a big body pretty much. Cliffhaven Kite Sail. It's an equipment for 1, auto equips, and gives it flying. Pretty decent, I guess, if you just need flying in your deck, but it's just common, nothing really that special. Doesn't give trample or lifelink or do any other crazy things. Skyclave Sentinel, 3 mana for a 2/3 flying defender with kicker 4. If it was kicked, it has 2 +1/+1 counters on it. As long as it has +1/+1 counter, it can also attack. So nothing super great there. At least it gets you a flyer blocker, or late game it gets you a 4/5 or 7 line. So not great, but can be a decent filler for sealed. That's it. Let's see. Do we have any more commander cards shown? No, those are the old ones from yesterday. And that's pretty much it. That's all the spoilers we've seen. Now, I guess since we're at the end, and this is pretty much going to be the last video unless like a bunch of commander stuff is revealed, then I'll do one tomorrow. What do we do from here? Do I go back to my old ways? I kind of want to look at like all the mythics maybe and do a final I don't know, like a final video, just like an overview of the set. But I've talked about all these individually pretty much. And I guess I'll just do it now real quick since this video is really short. The cards I think are the most broken in the set. And let me know what you think. And most broken as like just really good, really playable in certain situations, game winning. Now, I guess it's hard to say broken. Because some of these are just really good, but they're not like super good. I think Wizards of the Coast only made one mistake here, really. Maybe with this demon, possibly. But I think the biggest mistake they made was with that common red card. Let's see if we can find it. It's going to be way down here. I'm pretty sure the biggest mistake they made in this set was... Where is that guy? This guy, Ardent Electromancer. This was the mistake of the set. Why did they print this? I don't get it. It just has Go Infinite written all over it, and it's a common. So let's just think about this. If you have a full party and you play him, you net a red mana. Then if you have a little bit of additional mana to activate some sort of flicker, you get 4 more mana, and that's not hard to do. There are ways to do that in Standard right now. So, and it's not like you have to have every other creature out there. You just need a Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, and there are some creatures right now that count as all of them. There's an Elf that counts as all of them, so it could just be those 2 cards. And there is there's an artifact creature that counts as all of them too, wherever he is. This guy, Stonework Pack Beast, counts as all. So you could do it with just those 2 cards. You could net that big mana. And there's plenty of X spells in Standard where you could just say, all right, well, gonna hit you for 40 now. So yeah, that's the only card I really don't like in the set. I don't like how it's worded and printed. Everything else seems okay. This is a really cool set, though. I mean, these flip mythics. So there's a flip mythic of each color. There are the 5 of them right there. I think the blue one's the best, probably. The black one has a lot of potential, but not that great. Red one, not that great. I don't know. I don't think any of them are that great, really. They're all sorceries is the problem. I guess they all, they all have a potential of changing the game in a big way late game, especially if you can bounce them back to your hand. But they're all only meh. Most of the time you're just going to play them as a land early game and hope to bounce them later. I know Jace is good, but I'm not a fan. I don't like the design of this card really at all. Just, I think I said it when I talked about it in the video, but the way it reads basically just says, I'm going to take forever on my turn, and I hate cards like that. That's really annoying. Just do what you're going to do and move on. Don't take like 50 minutes on your turn just because you have to make a gazillion decisions on one card. That's the way this is. What else? This is not a good, I don't think this is a very good mythic. It'll see some play probably, but I don't think it's that great. It's just okay for a mythic. It should probably be rare in my opinion. The Tazir, or Tazri. Drana, Last Blood Chief. Just a meh card, I think. Let's see, what does she do again? Okay, it has to attack. No, this is good. This is a pretty cool card. This Minotaur is something really special. This guy does something that is just crazy, especially for Commander. I don't know if it's going to be used in Standard, but in Commander, this is insane. It also might be pretty insane in other formats too, like Historic or something where you can cheat them into play easier. Because, alright, let's just think about this thing with like Sneak Attack or Show and Tell or something. Well, Sneak Attack. You bring them out with Sneak Attack, sneak them out, you attack. Well, you sneak him out with a bunch of other things and you attack. Then you drop a land, they all untap, and you do it again. And if you have some way of dropping additional lands, which isn't hard to do, there's a lot of ways, you can just keep swinging. You basically can just end the game in the right deck, like real fast. So it's something, once you see it, you can be like, oh, remove that immediately, or it's over. It's a pretty cool card. Ashea, Soul Wild, I don't think this is super great, but it's kind of cool. Cool enough. I wish it did more. I wish it had more abilities. It just doesn't. So I'm really just going to talk about the mythics here. I'll maybe a few rares. Angel of Destiny. I don't like Angel of Destiny. It just makes the game confusing, really. I mean, it's not that confusing, but beginning of your end step, if you have at least 15 more life than your starting life total, each player Angel of Destiny attack lose the game. It's a pretty nice win condition for those life gain decks, but I don't know. It's just weird. It's like gains life. When a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you and that player gain that much life. Now, I'm trying to think about this. Maybe I thought I didn't get it right the first time, but I'm pretty sure that your creature does its normal damage, but then it also heals him. So it basically ends up netting 0 damage. So everything you end up doing and attacking with does like 0 damage to your opponent. but it does gain you a bunch of life. So I guess that's the point, which is just weird to think about. I was thinking this would like ramp up your opponent's life total, but it won't, because they're going to be even. They're taking normal damage, then they're also gaining life, so it's just like a no damage situation, not for them, and you gain a bunch of life. But I just feel like it'd be better just to attack and kill them in like every situation pretty much, unless you're gonna win the game immediately with haste or something. I don't know, it's just such a weird situational card. I don't like it. I don't think it's very good. I feel like it's gonna cause more harm than good sometimes when you're playing it. Seagate Stormcaller is pretty cool. There's a couple of these 2-drops, 2/1s that are really good. This Scourge of the Skyclaves I think is gonna break formats. It's just yeah, he's just going to be giant for 2 mana a lot of the times, especially in like older formats where people's life totals go down quick. You can play him on turn 2 or 3 and he'll be like a 10/10, and it'll just be like, what? How do I deal with that? 2 mana 10/10? So this guy, I think they made a mistake printing Scourge of the Skyclaves. It's just too cheap. It's just flat out too cheap. You don't even need this kicker. You don't even want to worry about his kicker. For black, there's really easy ways to pay life, really easy ways to make your opponent lose life. It's going to be really easy to play him as a 5/5 even, really quickly. That's just insane for that amount of mana. Alright, Leyline Tyrant. This card is going to break formats too. Actually, this goes really well with that Ardent Electro Mage thing I was talking about. Because you can just keep all that mana in your combo and wait till you get the card you need. So, pretty cool. And 4/4 for 4 flying is not bad, and his ability is just super, super good. Game changing in a lot of situations, I think. Ancient Green Warden, being able to play cards from your yard is going to be pretty cool. He's just so expensive to cast, though, and it's only an iffy ability, really, for that cost. I love Charix, the Raging Isle. What a monster crab. I don't know if this is honestly that good, but it's just such a big blocker. It's so thick. You can block anything for the whole game, which kind of is nice for blue. And just being able to make him buff is nice too, because you can actually block and kill too if you spend some mana. I don't know, we're getting into the rares now. I don't know if any of these rares are worth talking about. There's a lot of pretty decent cards in here. It's definitely going to change the format a lot when this comes out here pretty soon. Alright, well, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know if there's any other cards that definitely need to be talked about. Oh, this is something I missed earlier because I wasn't sure what it did. So I guess I'll talk about Inscription of Abundance real quick. I haven't actually read it yet. Let's see, it's an instant for 2 mana. You get 2 counters on a creature, or target player gains X life, where it's the greatest power of the creature they control, or you get a fight. A creature you control fights a creature you don't control, and you can kick it to do all of them. That's pretty good, actually. That's not bad. It's a decent modal, and being able to do all of them could be pretty big. Gain life, kill something, get a bigger creature. Yeah, alright. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Peace out.